Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new teen book spotlight. So for our summer reading theme for this week is Tales from the Beyond. We're taking a look at science fiction books, books set in outer space, anything that can fall under science fiction, we have something of. So here's the deal with science fiction that you need to remember. Science fiction are things that honestly could possibly happen in the future. No matter how far-fetched it may seem, if it could possibly happen, it is considered science fiction. So using that framework, we're going to take a look at 6 titles that fall into our Tales from the Beyond. So let's get started. Our first one is Burning Midnight. So one day in the future, out of nowhere, these colored spheres start to appear. No one knows where they came from or what they do, but it is soon discovered that if you're able to find 2 of the same color, you receive a gift. Whether it's like better musical skills, looks, being able to run faster, anything you can possibly think of. You don't know what gift you're getting though until the 2 colors come together. This leads to a huge market of people trying to find these spheres, and they hunt them, they keep them, and then they sell them to the highest bidder. So Sully teams up with his best friend Dom and this new person they find named Hunter, and they decide that they're going to find and try to hunt as many spheres as they can find because it's good money to be made. You know, it's the American dream here. So when new and bigger spheres, though, start to appear, including this mysterious gold one that they're able to get their hands on, questions start to come up, especially as evil corporations start to play a bigger role. If you like your science fiction with some intrigue and some mystery and some ethical choices, this is a great option. This is Burning Midnight. Invictus by Ryan Groden. So far away, Gaius McCarthy should never have been born. His mother was a time traveler from the year 2354, and when she was time traveling to back in the year 95, she falls in love with a Roman gladiator, and far was the result. So when his mother went missing when he was 7, he knew he wanted to join the Corps of Central Time Travelers because that was his destiny. His mom was a time traveler. He had to be a time traveler, especially since he wanted to figure out where his mother is or what happened to her. When he unexpectedly fails his final exam, though, and he thinks his dream is over, he's offered a job from this underground black market dealer. And what this black market dealer wants him to do is he wants him to travel through time and basically steal objects and bring them back so this guy can sell them. He has no choice but to take it, though, because this is destiny. He wants to be a time traveler. This is the only way he's going to be able to time travel. So it's when he's on board the ship, the Titanic, trying to steal a priceless book, that he runs into his enemy, another thief named Elliot, and things start to go very wrong. If you love some time traveling, some history, romance, adventure, all caught up, all combined in one read, this is the one for you. So make sure you check this out. This is Invictus. Girls with Sharp Sticks. So Philomena is one of 12 students living at the Innovations Academy. It is there that the best girls are sent to learn how to be perfect, beautiful, restrained, and well-rounded in order to obtain a husband of high standing when they graduate. When one of her classmates disappears, though, Philomena starts to look at things differently and starts to wonder what exactly is going on at the school. This is a place where they are trained not to question or to think for themselves, and there are these mysterious vitamins that they take every night. Philomena decides that she's going to start fighting back, even though she has no idea what she's fighting against, and she decides that she's going to stop taking her nightly vitamins. So there are some scenes of physical and psychological abuse, so please be aware, but this is the first book in a sci-fi dystopian trilogy, Girls with Sharp Sticks. Rogue Princess. So in this futuristic take on Cinderella, all the roles are swapped. On the planet Aster, Princess Delia is now in a situation where she needs to marry someone who is going to bring an alliance to her resource-strapped planet. But that is the last thing she honestly wants to do. When she decides to take matters into her own hands and decides to run away, of course, naturally, things do not go as planned, and when she discovers a guy named Aiden on board the spaceship she just stole, she thinks he is a royal bodyguard. But Aiden has some secrets of his own, and everything does not appear as they do. When the two of them discover that a coup is being planned, it's going to be up to the both of them to save their home planet. But both of their secrets may get in the way. If you love a good fairy tale retelling or some, sci-fi romance, then this has a little bit of everything. This is Rogue Princess. Swamp Thing, Twin Branches by Maggie Stiefvater. So, identical twin brothers, Alec and Walker Holland, may look the same, but they are completely different people. Walker is outgoing, while Alec is quiet and reserved. When things go off the rail with their family, and Alec, just being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, is struggling with his own things, they decide they're going to spend their last summer before college with their aunt in the Virginia countryside. As Walker becomes the life of the party, though, Alec has a harder time, and soon he finds himself retreating into the lab on his aunt's property. And he starts to do lab work with plants, and he starts to figure out ways to transfer thoughts and memories from plants to humans and humans to plants. And it starts to consume him, especially as he thinks it might help him with his diabetes. Taking place in Rappahannock, Virginia, you will be in all of the action taking place in our own backyard in this creepy story. This graphic novel is inspired by some lesser known characters from the DC comic universe, but they should not be overlooked or ignored. This is Swamp Thing Twin Branches. And our last one for today is the rule of one. So after a climate disaster completely changes the United States, including many of the cities being destroyed, family policies have changed, limiting families to having only one child. And that child is then microchipped and barcoded at birth. So that person can be tracked at all times. For Ava and Mira's family, that's kind of difficult because they were born as identical twins. And in order for both of them to survive, they have grown up swapping their lives, living as one person. So like Ava would spend the day going to school, then Mira would go to school the next day, but still being one person. The irony is their father is the person in charge of finding families like theirs and bringing them to justice in the state of Texas. When their secret is uncovered though and their father is arrested, the girls need to run away in order to be arrested themselves. This is easier said than done though, as the landscape is incredibly high-tech, complete with drones, cameras, and chip scanners found everywhere and anywhere. This first book in a trilogy is filled with page-turning action and close calls and moments where you'll be holding your breath. And as crazy as it sounds, again, could this possibly happen to us in the future? This is the rule of one. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here at the library that are into science fiction, outer space, tales from the beyond. So we encourage you to come on out, check out one of these, or we can help you find whatever perfect book you are looking for to read as part of your summer reading adventure. I hope you tune back next week for a whole new Teen Book Spotlight, and have a great week.